And we are live. Hello to those who are coming back to catch this replay. Hello to you. I hope all is well. Thank you so much for being here to share in this really special day and impromptu. Well, we didn't plan out long term for the live to be today, but that's kind of the way that it had to work out. So, hello to everyone. How are you? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to each and every one of you. To the new subscribers, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much. To the subscribers that are here, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello to, hey, James Franklin, first one in the chat today. How are you? Good to see you today. Hello, Revolutionary 2. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let me grab this link real quick and make sure that I put it in the chat for our special guests for today. Let's see. And let me see if I can now pin that some type of way. Hello, Aoki. How are you? Great to see you in the chat today. Thank you for being here. Hello, my Renaissance grandma. Hello, how are you? Good to see you in the chat today. And hello to you, Yankee sister. How you doing up in Connecticut? Good to see you. Hey, Tasha Oshik Rose. Hello, how are you? Let me see. Okay, there we go. I got it on my cell phone now. Now I can focus. Put some eyes on. Put some eyes on. It is in the chat. If you are here, Dickinsons, the link is in the chat for you, ma'am and sir. Hello. Hey, Ebony R. How are you? Good to see you. All right. All right, I see you guys. I'm going to bring you up in just a minute. Let me say hello to some people because, once we get started talking, y'all going to have to take care of each other in the chat, okay? All right? Y'all going to have to take care of each other in the chat once we get started talking to the Dickinsons. Hello, Tammy. How are you? Hey, Backyard Farming with Ashley. How are you? Hey, there are the Dickinsons. Hey, Black Coffee. How are you? So I'm not going to tarry because this conversation, hey, Tracy Jones, this conversation, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to go ahead and bring the Dickinsons up, everybody.
Hi.
Hey there.
How y'all doing?
How are you guys?
How you doing? All right. Yes, ma'am.
Good. So to the audience here today, this is Tay and Robbie. Now, let me tell you something before we get started. Now, Robbie thinks he's a comedian. And he low-key is. I ain't gonna lie. He low-key
Only on the
is.
weekends. Only on the weekends.
Listen, you can hang with the best of them. I'm not even gonna front. You can hang with the best of them. Yes, so I see you guys are outside today.
Yes.
All right. So did you go to your designated location? Or are you there on your property?
We are at our designated location. We still just want to be outside because we love outdoors.
Awesome.
Yes,
That's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. Y'all, we had to actually, we didn't have to travel. Tay and Robbie had to travel to a designated location because if you've seen the thumbnail, they are actually living off grid. Like off grid for real, to the point where they have to drive in order to get an internet signal. So I just want to say thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for being willing to do that because, I know a 30-minute drive is a 30-minute drive. And then when you have children, tell us, how many children do you have living off grid with you?
We got 3.
3.
Yes, ma'am.
You can only see 2 of my fingers for a second.
And so they're younger kids?
No, ma'am. Our youngest is 12. Then we have a
Really?
15 and a 16-year-old.
See, y'all go ahead and tell Tater to send the beauty secrets on over. Because listen, Tay got real teenage kids. Like
Yeah.
this ain't no play teenage kids. And look at her. Look at her. So your kids are just basically all teenagers, pretty much. And so give us a little bit of background. Tell us about your grow zone, where your property is, what grow zone it's in, and just a little bit of background about you guys.
All right. Well, background about us. Like you said, we're Robbie and Tay. With our children, we homeschool them. I started homeschooling probably about 3 or 4 years ago because our youngest son was having issues in school. So that's why I started learning with him. And then with the pandemic, I fully switched everybody over to being homeschooled. So that's something that we do. Another thing about us, a little bit about our background, we're also entertainers. So me and Robbie, we act and we sing. So we try to balance that as well as developing our homestead.
Yep.
And Grow Zone, we just learned about from you actually. And I looked it up. And we're in 8B. We're in White Springs, Florida. Okay. So that's where we are grow-wise.
I don't think I even heard of White Springs, but I'm assuming it's in the really, really northern area of Florida.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Our city has 750 people in it.
See, that's the type of city I want. That's what I want right there. I want that right there. Yes. I might need to start changing course and go towards White Springs. So how far is that away from Jacksonville and Tallahassee?
Hour.
Hour from both, I believe. Yep. Is it?
Depending on which way you go. Okay.
Yeah, depending on which way you go. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Makes sense. All right. So you said that on the weekends that you all you act.
Yeah.
And so tell us a little bit about that. I understand that you all actually have a play that you act in. Tell us a little bit about that.
On the weekends, we perform with the Dinner Detective. And the Dinner Detective is actually the biggest murder mystery dinner show in the nation. So we've been working with them for almost 3 years now, coming up in June. Yeah. And I took that job with them to kind of just learn and hone on my craft and make myself better. Because like you were saying, like we have our own production, Duval the Musical, which is actually the first mystery musical in Jacksonville, like totally original. So we've been trying to make sure that we go out there and promote it. And
look, and listen, it's a real musical. Like this is my wife. She surprises me every minute with the stuff she can do. And like it's like not an R&B song in there that sounds like it. No, it's real musical. Music.
Wow.
Amazing. Yeah.
Wow. We got another Duval girl in the garden. Duval City Gardener is here. She's one of those soil soldiers. She's a soil soldier. We're doing this MIG 2022 grow off. And so our team is called the Soil Soldiers. And Duval City Girl is one of those. She is I think born and raised in Jacksonville. So
yes,
she's in the chat cheering y'all on.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
And so and thank you, Garwood Hudson, for sharing the link to the Dickinson Adventures channel. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how about tell us, okay, how did you get to the point where you said we are about to leave metropolitan life and go to unincorporated? Like, how did you get there? What was that journey like?
Well, it all happened really fast.
Okay.
We just so happened, well, I don't believe in coincidences, but I believe it was definitely spirit led. But we actually bought raw land November of 2019. So that was right before everything with the pandemic. We were just looking for a slower paced life, because we're dealing with a lot of like drama and stuff in Jacksonville. Like it's just a lot going on,
Yeah,
and we wanted.
we used to call it the Bangham. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know
it's
what you
still
mean.
it's
I
it's
know what
still
you
there.
mean.
That's still the name.
Oh yeah, so and then also we had a really bad situation where the police came to our house. They were at the wrong address, and it really just scared the life out of us. Like we really,
Wow.
it just changed everything like overnight.
Okay.
That the stories that you see on TV can really just be you. So
Yes.
that really woke us up. And once everything happened with the pandemic, we were like, look, we're gonna go out here and just try to figure it out.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what we've been doing ever since, like just trying to figure it out, like not really thinking about like, oh, we don't know nothing about this, and just really going out there and doing the research and putting in the work so that we can, live a better life.
Yes, ma'am.
That makes perfect sense. Makes
Yeah.
perfect sense. So when you first got out there, tell us about your first day living on your property.
Okay, so when we first got out there, we had I'm sorry, we got a car or something trying to drive by.
Okay.
Can y'all hear us, or y'all hear
No, we
that?
can
I'm
hear.
sorry.
We can hear.
Okay, well, when we first got out there, we had like
Pull behind.
a pull behind trailer.
Okay.
We just so happened to buy one, and we used that, and that was our first night. We actually slept in our pull behind trailer on the property.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Stayed
Nice.
there for about a month
yeah,
in the pull behind, and they thought it was funny because I think bears are everywhere.
yes.
And I'm telling the kids and her, don't leave that trash like that. Put it up. Let's burn it. Let's do something. Because the bears gonna get us. And that's what they was joking on me the whole
Yes,
time.
now that we've been out there all this time and haven't seen a bear yet, we
Not
always
a
let
single
them
one.
know.
Branch scrape against the side of something. Oh, that's that bear.
That's the bear. Come out there.
I
But
bet. I
Yeah.
bet.
yeah, it was definitely hard at first, because we didn't have like any running water or anything. Like we had to get out there, and we learned how to dig a shallow well off of
Okay.
YouTube. And
Okay.
that's what we got that like within the first month.
Yeah, the first couple of weeks
Yeah.
we dug that out and gave us water for our animals while
Mm-hmm.
we would get bottled water and have a million bottles out there on the property. But
Yeah.
yeah, and
So you had animals already.
Well, when we first got out there, we bought 2 chickens, and then we bought 2 rabbits.
we got a mutt from Craigslist, Facebook
Okay.
Live. It's a super
Okay.
mutt though. He's a big old
Yeah.
lovable, stinky super mutt. His name's Skunk.
Yeah, and we
Oh,
got him to just try
Skunk.
to like protect everything at first. That's what we had when we first got there.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the chickens and the rabbits.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, were you all even gardeners at this point?
No,
No,
Okay.
no greenery, no
no.
gardening, nothing.
Well, we always been animal lovers, like
Yeah,
with dogs and stuff like that. So that's why we went first with the animals,
yeah,
because we knew more about how to care for animals
yeah,
than we knew about plants.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So what was it like making the transition to um, growing your food? What did you do? How did you? I know YouTube University. Listen, YouTube University is
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
everything. I promise you. And that's why, as content creators, we work so hard to put out information out here that people can really go to and say, hey, you know what? That was good. I
Yeah.
actually learned something off of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And so the transition, talk about the transition to um, growing things. How did you start? Did you start with seed? Did you start with starts? Like, what do you do? Walk us through it, because we gardeners now. We love
Right.
this stuff. We want
We
to know
started
this.
with seed, didn't
Yeah, we started with seeds. I did not know what I was doing at all. So when I saw my seeds weren't really growing and flourishing, that's when I went to the starts and I started trying to do what do we have? Little stuff like rosemary. We had some lemongrass. Because I'm more into herbs because of just doing hair and skincare. Herbs are, better for products. So that's what I was interested in, more of the herbs and trying to get teas and stuff like that. So that's where we started. Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you eventually get to the point where you're eating, like lettuce or tomatoes or any of that type of stuff? How did you get to?
I was about to say we actually just got to that point last
Did
year.
you?
Last year.
Yeah,
Wow.
last year. Because well, we started actually by going through our property and noticing that we already have wild blueberries. So once we started identifying the plants and everything and eating those blueberries and figuring out like, oh, this tastes way better than the store. Like you could taste the seeds. Like it's just I can't even really explain it. It's just better. So
Wow.
yeah, once we found that out, that's when we were really like more excited about okay, well we need to do our own. And what would you say like was the first thing we ate of ours?
Probably some peppers or
Oh
tomatoes.
yeah. Peppers
The
have been
tomatoes.
easy for
Yeah,
us. Yeah.
peppers. I can make some peppers now.
Well,
Tomatoes we
we
do all
kindred
right.
spirits with that then.
Yeah.
But with learning and like I say, networking and doing the tours that we've been doing, one of the tours that's on there is with Mr. Herdis White. He's with Wealth Watchers.
Mm-hmm.
And he taught us just more about the soil treatment. Hey, we got
Yeah.
fruits and we got vegetables, but it's not getting so big. Well, get you some char and put in. I was like, what wood? Burnt wood. What is that? It takes from it when it needs it. You don't have to worry about it taking too much. Blase squaze. Get you some different manure. Put your manures in there. You don't have to have. You can have sandy soil. You just have to supplement the nutrients with other things. You know what I mean? So, and
Yes.
we've been seeing the difference in the growth
Yeah.
and it's coming a lot more rapidly, and
Mm-hmm.
they're a lot bigger now. So yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. But that
Absolutely.
winter turned everything into
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah.
nothing. Especially tomatoes, they melted the tomatoes. I've never seen leaves melt. Yes,
Yeah. Right now is your time where you want to go ahead and start getting your tomatoes back together because
yes,
they're
ma'am.
Okay.
going to do so much better, in the
Yeah.
hot temperatures than they would when it's cold. They just
Yeah.
and it was we got some freezes over here this
Yes,
time.
we did.
It,
Yes.
it had been really, kind of warm
Mm-hmm.
throughout Christmas, and we made like over the last maybe 3 or 4 years may have had like 1 or 2 cold days, and
Yep.
everything
Yeah.
else it had been relatively warm. And so, what's your favorite thing? Well, you just said peppers. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that peppers is going to be
Yeah.
your answer for your favorite things
Yeah.
to grow at
Yeah,
this
because
point.
it's
Okay,
easy. Yeah, we
Yeah.
need
yeah,
stuff that we don't have to like be so hands on with.
true,
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
true.
But we have
Okay,
expanded recently. We have been successful with our lettuces and our kales and things of that
Yeah,
nature.
definitely.
So,
Yeah.
and we're
nice.
starting the cauliflowers and things of that nature, so that we get stuff that we can eat and that our animals eat, so we can kind
Right.
of
Yeah.
supplement different things and don't have to go to the store. Or if things do get to the point when you can't go to the store and get the feed for the animals, what do you have for them to make it work?
Absolutely. Thinking ahead of the game.
Yes, ma'am.
And so tell us what all animals that you have right now on your farm.
Mhm.
Well, we have chickens. We have several different types of chickens and breeds of chickens. We have 2 donkeys. We have 3 rabbits. We
Mhm.
have 4 dogs, and we have 2 hedgehogs and a couple of snakes. That's not ours, but they're there.
Oh, you forgot. We got two guineas.
2 guineas
Two
too.
guineas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guinea
Two
fowl. Yes,
guineas.
ma'am.
Yeah. Yes,
Wow.
ma'am.
That is amazing. So, how much land do you all have out there?
Yeah, we have 8 acres.
Wow, nice.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Very nice. Very nice. And so, when you started, excuse me, when you started looking for land, excuse me, when you started looking for land, did you initially plan that you were going to go for a certain size lot? How did that work?
No, we were looking more for the location. Just something like we said that was quiet, like a lower population. That's what we were looking for, and something that was more historic or uh, good for camping because we like to do like camping
Yeah.
and outdoor activities.
Yeah.
And no matter how many times I went on the website, it just looked like White Springs just kept popping out because there's like a lot of historical significance around the area. There's a lot of campsites over there.
Yeah.
So
Swanee
it's,
River runs
yeah,
through
Swanee
there.
River,
So
yeah.
you got the Swanee
Really?
River.
Yeah. So
Wow.
it
So,
was
so
it was
you all get to
perfect.
hear the song. You get to
Yes,
hear the
ma'am.
song often because of the Swanee River.
Yep, we're right up the street from the sound of the Swanee music area where they do all their little
The music park
the
where they had
music
their big
part.
music festivals.
Yep,
Yeah.
We have been through there then.
yep.
Okay, yes.
We've been through that. I just didn't realize that that's where it was at.
Yeah, it's in the
Hmm.
middle. It's in the cut in there. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. But it is beautiful over
Yes,
there.
ma'am.
Yes, it is. It
Yes,
really
ma'am.
is.
Wow. One of the comments, James Franklin said, "This couple is what's up. They're doing their thing."
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank
So
you,
you.
thank you,
We
thank you.
trying.
listen,
Yeah, we trying.
listen. We
Right
we we
about it.
love this kind of stuff. We really love this.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
so now, you've got your 8 acres.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
You've got homeschooling your kids.
Hmm.
You've got the animals out
Yeah.
there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are on Saturdays. You're doing a play.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You're writing. Are you directing and all of that stuff as well?
Well, she doesn't tell a lot. She tries to keep it all low key, but she's the executive
I'm the associate
associate
producer
producer.
for the Dinner Detective in Jacksonville.
So
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
we are
Yeah.
there, and I usually either host and play detective, or she hosts and plays detective. So we're high up on the roads and making sure that the people have what they need, and just making the show run. You know what I mean? So
Mm.
it's an
Okay.
honor to be able to do that too.
Yeah,
So
but
yes,
for
ma'am.
my production, of course, I have to wear many hats
Hmm.
until we get the support and all the funding and stuff that we need. But I know with me having that job with Dinner Detective, we've been getting like more support. You
Yeah.
know, we've been getting those different people that we need to help with the production. So hopefully I could just act and
Yeah.
and maybe
Okay.
help a little with vocal rehearsal, something like that and
Yeah.
not be so hands on because it gets crazy with the entertainment industry and I can I got two different sides. I got my real serious side that people kind of scared of sometimes and I got my nice customer service side. So
And
yeah.
that's what I was leading to. Like, you have a very, very busy life. Hey, I know you still, work to take care of the family.
Yes.
Robbie, sorry. Robbie
Yeah.
works
Hmm.
outside. And Tay, you're working more inside, but you're also
Right.
a stylist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'm retired
A
now.
Okay,
master.
okay.
She's a master
So I,
cosmetologist.
I
Master
just try to,
cosmetologist.
yeah, I try to advise people on hair care and stuff now because it doesn't like pull me away from, my property, my kids, stuff like that. Yes, ma'am.
Right, right. And so you all have a very, very busy schedule, which is
Yeah.
why we had to come on a Sunday
Yes, ma'am.
instead
Yeah.
of, Tuesday when I normally do my lives. So, but even with all that you all have going on, you two still manage to have like 15, 20,000 animals. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all have all of these animals.
Yeah.
You got your kids and they're living
Mhm.
there. So how did you transition from your with everything that you have, everything, all the responsibility? Did you all decide that you were going to build on your land, or you got a mobile home? Like, what did you all do
Yeah.
in order to go to that next level?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, we got a what would you call it? It's more like the shed to home. That's what we're
Yes,
doing.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just
See, I
put
need to come
down.
out there. I need to come out there and visit now.
Yes. Yeah, so we put down just like a few $100s. They came out and delivered the building. So now we're developing it on the inside because Robbie does home maintenance.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we've done our insulation, our walls, the floor. Now we're trying to work on the ceiling and also plumbing and running solar through the house. So it's still
Yeah.
not complete, but it's definitely in a condition where we can still live in it and make it work while we're still developing it. And if anybody's trying to do it, I would suggest that because I feel like it's the cheaper option. And
Mhm.
definitely if you don't have like the credit and the funds like for a big
Mhm.
down payment, it could get you on your land faster. Now we're hoping that once we develop this house, it'll be for our oldest child, and then we can like have a bigger house built, or maybe
Gotcha.
get a mobile home when we can, afford to.
Gotcha. And so, when what about the clearing of your land? Like, was this a wooded space that you bought, or how
Yeah.
was it?
Yeah.
So we didn't know a lot about land. We just wanted to get some. So we I think we might have need to do a video on how to just go through and go more than once to your land. Go in the rainy seasons, go in the cold seasons, go in the hot seasons, so you can see what's going on that land before you just purchase it. Because you need to know, will the water, will you be in the pool when you get in there? Will it
Yeah.
be muddy? Can you even get your car through there? What goes on your land? You know what I mean? And make
Mhm.
sure you have, no matter how much the company plays around, make sure that they come out and show you your property lines. You
Mhm.
need to know everywhere on your property lines. You know what I mean? You need to
Mhm.
know the location from the road to know if you do want to get electric, how much will it cost to get that electric ran that far?
Mm.
Because it's some crazy rules in the country like that. They'll make you cut however long it is to get to your street 15 feet from the road. So if it's trees and all that stuff, you have to pay for that to get cut. If it's on somebody else's property, you have to tell them, hey, get the easement pass from them. You have to do this. And
Mhm.
then, like I said, you got to, so it's a lot of hassle. You got to pay for the footage of the cords and for them to do all this stuff. So, yeah, it takes a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
so
we
it was totally raw.
Yeah.
right. It was totally raw, but one of the benefits was it was planted pines on there.
Yes.
Okay.
So, the trees are in a row on most of the properties. So we just cleared in between the trees. We wanted to keep as many trees as possible just to keep that nature feel for when we
Yeah.
try to do like our agritourism site. Like it doesn't feel like, just like a flat piece of land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That makes perfect sense. And so, who was doing the cutting the trees down?
Um, he cut down some, yeah, and then
Okay.
we had like
With an axe.
yeah,
With
and we
an
had
axe.
another company came in and like cleared the land for us, like in between the trees. Like we haven't had anybody just come out and just cut trees down because it's very expensive. It's
Yeah.
very expensive. Like just to clear the land, we've had people quote us like $3,500, and that's not even including like cutting down
And
a
that's
bunch of
a acre.
trees.
That's an
Yeah,
acre or two or a few, like one. Yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
we've just had people come in and just cut down all of the brush because we have a lot of brush out there that's probably about 4 feet tall. So it's easy
Okay.
to come and just, cut it down if you have the right machinery. So that's what we've been
And
doing.
we've been bush hogging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been running through high grass
With a push
with a
behind.
push
Yeah.
behind.
Wow.
We've done a lot of
Wow.
different ways to make it work.
Yes,
But that's why I'm asking these questions because um I want people to know that there's so much that you can do. There's so
yes,
much you can do on your own. Yeah, some things, yeah, it's better to pay somebody to go
yes, it
ahead and
is.
get it done. But there's a lot of stuff that you can actually do
You
on
do
your
on your
own.
own. Yep,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to
yep,
make to get yourself out there
yep.
and to
Mm-hmm.
get yourself started.
Started.
Like we're very spoiled, and
Yeah.
Yep.
so we don't have a lot um of like hard things to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Even though some people think that, their life is hard, we don't really have a lot of the hard things to go through. I'm
No.
old enough to remember when my grandfather had an outhouse.
Mm,
So, you know, that's what we had to
yeah.
use.
We
We had
got
We
to
one of
go
got
those
out
too.
there.
one.
We got one
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We had to go out there. How fast did you all get like your outhouse out there?
So
Oh,
we started with a boat toilet, the ones that you
Okay.
kind of can, fill in. It's a pretty nice sized tank. Probably
mm-hmm.
make sure we throw it out every blue moon. I dump it every blue moon. But just recently, our families, all us have a little bit of piece of land, so we would go to each family member's land once a month. And their father is a master carpenter, so
Yeah.
I would
Build
be
it.
helping him,
Yeah.
so I can learn. I'm an eyes learner. I learn how to do what
Yeah.
he's doing, and we go to everybody land, and that was our job. We'll build an outhouse, and it'll be better every time we went out there. It'll be better and better. So he helped us build a pretty solid outhouse at our
Mm-hmm.
house from uh, our turn when everybody came
Oh,
around.
you all built it
Yes,
together.
ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yep.
Oh, nice. How long did that take?
Just that day, we
For
were there
one
for
Okay.
day.
one
Yeah.
day, a couple of hours, probably about 6 good hours. We took our time and got it built. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so what did you end up doing with the boat toilet?
Look, we still
Inquiring
use
mind.
it. We
We
still
still
use
Okay.
it until we get our plumbing
Okay.
running through the house.
right. So we
Okay.
So
have a
yeah.
shower and stuff that we put our shower in, so we don't have our sink. But there's still ways to, like I say, you can have a Home Depot bucket or a bag shower, and
Yeah, camping
they have
showers.
these little
Yeah.
electric pumps, and you put them right down in the water. And if you need to heat up your water, put it in the your coffee thing, heat it up,
Okay.
pour it in
The
there,
kettle, yeah.
and then you turn around and turn on that little spicket, and it's just the same as a
It feel the
shower.
same. Yep.
Yep. Electric,
Wow.
yeah, the pump pumps the water up the shower little line, and it's a real shower that just comes on down. So until we get the shower hooked up and the watering running and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
that's what we've been. Yeah.
Using,
But we're
yeah.
in the shower
Wow.
though.
That's really cool. That's really cool. I actually was searching for one
Yeah.
because my husband is eco neighbor on here. And
Yeah.
so
Yes.
we are in the process of buying land now.
Yes, ma'am.
And,
Yeah.
although we have some structures on the property, I ain't going up in there.
Yeah.
You
Ah.
know, I'm just like, I'm just like, look, one day I'll get to the point where I can go into the existing structures
Structure.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And, we'll go ahead, we'll probably end up like just renovating at least
Yep.
one of them,
Yep.
Yeah,
renovating
that'd be
it and then
nice.
having it as like a guest house or whatever.
Yep.
But we're going into a similar situation that you
Mm.
all are living in. And so,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, okay, I'm the woman, so I'm thinking about all of these intricate details.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
okay, how are we gonna bathe? Like, I need to know,
It's it,
how am I
it
gonna
is
go to the toilet?
it is
Mm-hmm.
so many ways. It's solar. We have a solar refrigerator, a
Mm-hmm.
freezer. We got a few deep well batteries that we keep on this own solar panel that it charges those up. I have about three of them, and I just rotate them. Whenever I see the power's going down on it, depending on how the weather is, if it's sunny outside, it might last for the battery might last 2 weeks with the solar panel charging to that, and then
Mm-hmm.
I'll switch out another battery. So I have them in rotations.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Wow.
solar lights on the inside, so that we have a light in every room, the kitchen, the living room, the bathroom, and they are all solar lights. We have solar lights on the porch. We have solar lights around the house. For cooking, we have propane.
Yeah.
We have every form that you can cook on that. You got the natural gas. You can get that little small
Yeah.
canister at Walmart that you can sit the little topper on and make your teas. We
Mm-hmm.
have every type of grill you want, the
Yeah.
smoker, the big ones, the small ones. So even the big pot propane pots where you can sit on top of the you know
Yeah, like
your
the crab pot,
your
how they
crab pot.
normally do. Yeah.
And then we have
Yeah.
a camper grill, the same, a little
Mm-hmm.
camper the same way. So and
Yeah,
then we
we've
have
learned so
electric
many different
cookers.
ways.
Once you hook up your generators, we have generators,
Yeah.
so you
Okay.
can run it through electric and things like that. You have we have a shower outside that heats itself up from the sun, and all you do is run the water to it, and it naturally, like, you can turn it on hot and cold.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is so super cool.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
Uh,
learn how to hook up my wind turbines because there's more than
okay,
one way to skin a cat. And as you can see, the
Yeah.
skies have been doing this weird thing recently where you can't even see the sun,
that's right.
but you can't stop the wind. So,
That's right. That's right.
we still need to live. We still need the power. So we're trying to go through every avenue. Like I say, we have the generators, propanes, the gas heaters, the gas. You can even get the gas shower that you just hook
The
up to the
propane shower.
propane,
Yeah.
and then you just
Wow.
hook it up and you do that outside. And yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so where are you finding this stuff? Where we going to find the off grid stuff? Because
Yeah.
we
You know,
need this information.
a lot of that stuff is actually in your local stores and like camping areas.
Yep.
Like we normally just hit up every time we go to Walmart or any type of store.
Harbor Freight.
Yeah, we always go like in the camping areas and find that stuff. That's where you
Yes.
can find most of it.
And check your prices. I go to Harbor Freight. Lowe's has a lot of solar things, connections. Like you
Mhm.
might have to find different places for different things. Harbor Freight and Lowe's does good on solar. They have connections and little solar
Adapters and stuff.
packages that you
Yeah.
can buy where you don't have to really do anything or know what you're doing. Just hook up, and it's set up. Um, we go online a lot to find
Yeah,
stuff.
Amazon, of
Amazon,
course.
yeah.
Okay.
And then when I find these YouTube pages, I'll find someone saying that I look up, hey, dude, is there a solar fridge? And then I'll look online, and we found one that was like $400. It came with $469. It came with it's like a 2 by something. It's a nice little deep freezer. I
Mhm.
put it to like 4 degrees, -4 degrees, so it's freezing all the stuff we need, and
Hmm.
it keeps stuff on the top to keep cold. It's enough that we can go get groceries every week and fill it up if we got to, or the meat that
Wow.
we get from like we process our sheep, all of the meat could fit in there. You know what I mean? So it was, yeah, yes,
Wow. That is amazing.
yes,
I
ma'am.
need to know more about that. Because
Okay.
here's my thing. I can. So do you all can at all?
No, I'm
So
trying to
Okay.
learn.
she's learning.
I'm trying to
Okay.
learn
What was the thing
Okay.
that you did?
pressure can.
She pressure can once. We did.
You
One
pressure
time. One time.
Poquito, just a
can.
poquito.
That's awesome. That's
and we
awesome.
and we did a little bit of the drying thing, the dry food drying. What you did, the dehydrating.
Oh yeah,
Dehydrating.
dehydrated. Yeah.
Yeah, we did some of that.
Okay, that is amazing. That's amazing. Well, I actually personally can a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that I'm gonna have to spend like a lot of time over the next week or so getting all the stuff out of my deep freezer because my deep freezer is electric. So I'm gonna
Yes,
have to
ma'am.
can up all that stuff
Yes, ma'am.
before we get ready to move out of here.
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you all do with your furniture and all of that stuff? Because obviously, you had raw land. Did you sell it all? Like, what did you do?
Well,
So
she was mad at me because most of the stuff that we kept was. Did you want to talk about the stuff in the house first with the?
no, well, we had to throw everything away.
Yes.
Okay.
Most of our stuff we had to throw away. When we went to Tanzania for a month,
Yeah.
we did not know that when we came home, all our stuff was gonna be messed up. So
Keep it
yeah,
together. Keep it together, Robbie.
Yeah.
Keep it together.
Yeah.
all of our stuff was because we didn't know that was our first time ever leaving the country. Like we didn't
For a
know
month.
that you have to have somebody
Yeah.
opening your windows and doing all this extra stuff, or your house can get like moldy. Like everything. I guess just from being closed up and not being open for
Mhm.
a whole month.
Yeah.
In Florida, definitely.
So it made it
Yeah.
easy for us to downsize.
Right. Like we just
Okay.
had to.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
That makes sense.
I'm a maintenance man, so the most stuff that we had was my tools, and it's
Okay.
like a whole shed worth. So we put most of the stuff that we could keep, we put in the storage until we got our situation together. We had that for a few months.
Okay.
Finally got our U-Haul and stuff and bought everything to the land.
Yeah. But I mean, I
Um,
feel like I said, it wasn't a coincidence. It actually made everything easier for us.
Because I
okay.
would have been
Like,
trying to keep everything.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
still good. It's still
You're
good.
kind
But
of like
baby,
me then, Robbie. You're
yeah.
you're you're the meat of this duo. And so I'm like, And so I finally got to the point where I'm like, my husband's like, babe, you realize we're gonna have to either yard sell it, or we're gonna have to throw it away, or we're gonna have to do something. So I'm finally getting to the point where I'm accepting the fact that we're
Let
gonna
me
be in
go.
a very small space and not this huge house anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna have to throw some stuff away. One thing that, let me ask this before I forget, before it leaves my mind. This is Florida. Florida is hot.
Yes.
How on earth are you keeping yourselves cool in the summer times?
We got we have a the AC hook it
AC
up to
window
the
unit hooked up to a
Okay.
generator. Yeah,
Okay.
that's how
and
we've been doing it.
you farm smart. You go early in the morning. That's why farmers are up early in the morning, doing
Okay.
their chores, doing what they have to do in the morning. During the evening time is when like between 12 or so to
Yeah,
3 or 4
we go inside.
inside with the kids doing their schoolwork inside where it's more cool,
Hmm.
in the doors, and then like around about 4:30, 5 o'clock, if there's anything else to do, we go back out and do the chores again when it's cooler at night,
Right.
Okay.
and
Okay.
take a lot of
And
showers.
showers. Yeah, I like to say and showers.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
So
you
fall
don't
in
mind
love
the
with the
cool
showers.
water then. Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
mind taking a cool shower then, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, when it's hot here, it's hot. So
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, we go through the whole shower thing three
Yes,
times a
ma'am.
day kind of
Yes,
Yep.
thing,
ma'am. Yes,
even
Yep.
ma'am.
now.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
have you ever seen a solar powered AC unit or anything?
Haven't seen it. Haven't even thought to look
I
it
didn't
up. It's
think to look at
probably
it yet.
something out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And probably so,
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
probably so. But I was just wondering, if that was something that you all had seen or looked for.
Where the
Y'all got
solar
company.
ACs at?
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So tell us a little bit more about your trip to Africa.
Oh, wow.
Woo.
Culture
Robbie,
shock,
you
You
want to
don't
say
never
you don't
want me to
want me
talk about it.
to?
It was
culture
very
shock.
beautiful. It's very beautiful.
Mhm.
It is very beautiful. All the stuff that they tell you is poor, is homely, people don't have this and that is a lie.
That's a lie. Yeah.
You know it.
There's always something somewhere, like we have that in America, you know what I mean? But it's
Mhm,
not everywhere.
mhm.
So everyone had a business. Everyone was doing a hustle. Everyone had legitimate business, whether it was in a little hut or anything. They had like the paperwork that says, I
Mhm.
am a licensed business. You
Wow.
know, it was beautiful. The people were beautiful. It's just you got to learn the culture and learn what to do and
Mhm.
how to move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a lot of good times. Like it was beautiful. I love Zanzibar. Like I
Yeah.
said, if I ever go back,
Okay.
I'm going straight to Zanzibar and I'm
Yeah.
coming straight back home.
Yeah.
Um, but we had a really good time. Just like unfortunately, we went during elections and we did not know
Yeah.
that was like a really serious thing there. Like
Yeah.
we had no clue.
Yeah.
Like we just think
Okay.
about our elections. Like why everybody trying to tell us not to go?
Yeah.
It's just an election.
Yeah.
But no, don't do that.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Because
Wow.
we wind up seeing and hearing like a lot of different things that we weren't used to, like
Yeah.
seeing a tank roll down the street,
Yeah.
hearing
Wow.
different, like hearing people
Stories.
fighting
Yeah.
the police. Like we heard and saw some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Because we were
Wow.
with the people. We didn't go in vacation land. I mean, and
Yeah.
yeah,
because we were actually on the mission to try to
and
see
on a
about
budget.
in a budget and trying to see if we wanted to live there. You know what I mean? If we wanted to
Okay.
move there and go back to Africa and blase squaze and on. But
Okay.
the more, especially with elections and learning the government, like you say, we take a lot of stuff for granted because freedom of speech is a big thing.
Mm.
And we take that for granted, even though they're taking it away from us now. Like it means something. And when you're
Yeah,
in a country where you can't say what you want to say just to simply express yourself, you got to be, happy to not happy, but understand where you're at,
appreciate it
Right.
a little,
appreciate it.
just a little more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
it was like I said, it was interesting during that time, but we were with the people, so like we literally were there for weeks at different places with the people. So they were telling us, hey, nah, y'all stay inside. If y'all need something, we'll go get it for you or something
Yeah,
like
they
that. You know
really
what I
took
mean?
us in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they took us like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you go there and
Wow.
ask about the two dreads, they know us.
Yeah. Our hair definitely gave us away.
Yes,
Gave us
Oh,
away.
wow.
yes.
Wow.
So, and when
Wow.
you go, be from Jamaica, from the islands, them. Don't
From
be
the
from
islands.
America, them. Be from somewhere else.
Be from the
Because
islands. Be the
if
island
Right.
brothers and sisters.
no
Okay.
like brother them to them, then yes, I am. So I had to stop. I had to go back in the room and change back to talking to Tay regular sometimes.
That is too funny.
Yeah,
And so what was the other than, you were there, you were with the people. Like tell us some. I saw your video,
yes,
okay, where y'all were talking about the 10 things.
yes.
Yeah.
I saw your video. So tell us about, we want to know about this bathroom situation. We want to know about, because
Every,
look,
and
my,
everybody hates
I
that.
don't have the Meg knees no more. Okay. So
Right.
tell us about that.
And like I keep saying when we said, and you probably get some mad people underneath your comments into it, they're gonna swerve a little bit, but it's just that the difference between what we known and what we've learned and what they known and what they grew up with. So
Okay.
we were just expressing that as Americans that you need to know we're ignorant and we'll come down and say, oh hell, be in the bathroom and you all you'll hear is, oh hell no. Like, what? You know, because we don't know that like everywhere won't have something just readily for you. So,
Right.
you need to have your necessities with you. Just like women, y'all walk with sometimes have y'all wipes and things which y'all eat no matter where you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, you gotta squat down. Most they do have European toilets in a lot of places. Just depends on where you're going. If you're in the
Okay.
city, sometimes they might not have it. If you're in a local restaurant, they might
Okay.
have the pit latrines like everywhere else. But if you're in like a resort or something like that, or you're in the
Yeah.
resorted areas, you're gonna have all the amenities that you want.
Right. They'll
Yeah,
have the same toilet, but they won't have a toilet seat, which was blowing our
Oh,
minds
yeah,
too. But I was just like, okay, well, at least I
yeah.
don't know. I guess it's like that. But it was hard, like trying to learn how to squat down for that month, and
yeah.
also learning how to take care of business with water
With a squirt.
added.
Like the
Yeah,
bidet.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so I would tell people that the only thing I would say is like try it when you clean. You know what I'm saying? Practice a few times while you clean after
Yeah.
you take a shower, so you get it right the first time.
Yeah.
Cause I was scared of stuff sliding up, and I get hey, I'm
The
finna
Yeah.
high
throw it all
water
away.
pressure.
I'm
The
gonna throw
high
it
water
all away.
pressure.
I'm getting up, kicking and screaming. I'm throwing off the pants. Nope, y'all can have it. So yeah, so
Yeah.
yes,
I mean, after a while though, we got used to it,
Mhm,
and then coming back home, it kind of felt weird. So it
mhm.
just took a little time to get back used to. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes, but just like I say, keep your toilet papers if you're a toilet paper person. Learn the ways before you go, and all whatever you have to say, keep it to
keep it to
yourself.
yourself.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Just keep it to your
I'm
damn
learning.
self. Because you know what, we as Americans, we talk so much trash about America that we see it as, you know what I'm saying, like we're not really just talking trash, we just expressing how we feel about certain things. Don't mean it's gonna change tomorrow. We just
Right.
want to know, hey, this how I feel. You feel that? Okay, that's cool. It's not just me. Other
Mm-hmm.
countries really care about their country. It's
Mm-hmm.
not that we don't care, but they
Mm-hmm.
they that respect for their
Hmm.
name, that respect for their culture, they want it at all times.
Right.
And it don't
Yeah.
matter if it's talking about the way they sneeze.
Uh-huh.
Don't
They
nobody talk about or criticize
don't
it. Yeah.
criticize my sneeze.
Wow.
Yes, but
Nice.
Yeah.
I can, but you can appreciate that in a way too, that it's a
Right.
respect for
Right.
like this is my country. This is
Yeah.
and sometimes we've been treated so bad and we'll go through so much in America, we don't always feel like that we can just say we know we're here, but we can't just say this is my country.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
And so, are you all going back?
Yep.
We definitely wanna go back. And
Yep.
like I said, I wanna go back to
Yep.
Zanzibar because it was
Okay.
so beautiful. Like I literally cried when I left. Like
Yeah.
I I just cried because I was like, this was the most beautiful place ever, and I want to live here forever.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was definitely a culture shock though for us going over there. I would definitely want to visit again, and probably wouldn't be for a whole month.
Yeah.
But I would definitely want to go back and let my kids experience it too. Just experience a different culture.
Right.
And now that we know more information and we know more about the culture and language, I feel safer like taking my children.
Right. And don't let these people tell you not to go to places. You know what I'm saying? Because of this and that. No, these places are beautiful. They are there in swarms. When I tell you it was European, Russian, German, all up and through there.
Wow. So it's like a melting pot then.
But the culture is that like but you need to know as a young lady, I don't think that in those countries you got to do your research like they're more Muslim countries. So as a woman, you don't really need to go by yourself, and if you do go, you need to be covered up a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
And especially as a black woman, because if you were a Caucasian descent, you can walk around. They were walking around with T-thong bikinis on in the middle of the night by themselves, so they don't touch them. They're like garden. They're like free.
Okay.
So before you looking at me, so as an African American, they see us, kind of closer. So, well, as a black person, not African American, whatever we are, they see us closer. So they'll come to you like, hey, what are you doing this? Hey, you need to put this on. Or, hey, it's a little different.
It's
So
a little
just be
different.
prepared. Yeah, just be prepared. If you like, she was with me. She never had a problem.
Yeah, I never had an
Right.
issue, and I just stayed close to him, and I was just like, nope, I belong to him. So y'all
Right.
got nothing to say, right?
Right. All right. So I know also that you all went to the Homesteaders of America conference.
Yes,
Was this
did.
This past year?
Yes.
2021?
Yes.
You gotta tell us. You gotta tell us about it.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was our first time. We never even knew about it or heard about it until last year, and we had the opportunity to go. We drove our car from Florida all the way up to Front Royal, Virginia. We did not expect 5,000 people to be there at all.
Yeah, they said last year was like 500 or something, a couple of hundred.
I'm not sure, but it was
blew up.
packed. It was definitely packed. We learned a lot of good information, met a lot of great vendors, and I definitely want to go back. Like, I'm looking to put a group together from Jacksonville to see if we could all go up there together.
Yes.
Because I feel like it's just a lot of valuable information just all in one place. And we made a lot of connections too.
Awesome. I saw your video. Tay was why I keep calling him Tay Robbie. So he was standing there videoing them feathering the chicken. And when the guy pulled the chicken up out of there, Robbie, what did you say at the end of that video? Next, you can throw in what?
I don't remember.
You don't even remember. You can throw your clothes in there next.
Oh yeah, the clothes in there. You throw the clothes right in after that. I like it. Listen, if you have chickens and you plan on doing more than a handful of chickens, you have to have that.
Yeah.
You have to. Because the boiling does it, the pulling does it, and they say they have smaller things, like they have one you can put on the end of a drill or something of that nature, but that is what you need to help. It made the process, because we did over like 75, 100 chickens that day with that yard bird and the assembly line that we had going. Throw my clothes in there.
I saw the machine. I watch a lot of different videos, on homesteading and things. And so I seen the machine several times. So when, it was sitting there, I knew exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And it just, kind of reminds me of this little washing machine drone.
Washing machine, that's what I said.
Washing machine.
Put the clothes in there right afterwards. After you wash it out, now get the chicken juice out. But we
yeah, but I thought it was really cool, and it actually made really quick work of feathering the chicken.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
did they
ma'am.
show you all like other ways? I know the one that you can put on a drill and like spin it and
Mm-hmm.
slap them around and that'll feather it
Mm-hmm.
too. But did you all get to see them like dunking it in the boiling water? Like what
Yes,
other
ma'am.
methods did you see?
Yes, ma'am. You put it in the water. You don't want to make them boil because if you have the water at a certain temperature, I think it was.
I
I'm not
don't
gonna
remember the
just lie
exact
to you about
degrees,
the
but I
exact
know it
degrees.
was
Okay.
under boiling because you
Yes,
don't want to
Okay.
boil the skin off.
because
Yeah.
once
Okay.
when you're pulling those feathers, the skin will come off with it if you boil it too hard,
Yeah.
and then you
Ah,
have skinless chicken.
right.
Yeah. So yeah, you get it just really really hot, and you stir it around. And the technique is to when you're dipping it in, the hardest feathers to pull off are the butt feathers and the wing feathers. So you
Okay.
just pull at them while you're dipping them in there, and until those suckers are just not saying it's gonna be super easy, but until you're not yanking them hard to pull out. Once you can get a nice little pull out, that's good. And if you pull on the toe, the skin should come right off the foot, and that's how you know
Mhm.
it's kind of
It's
ready to pull
ready.
out. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And they
So in
also,
Texas,
oh, go ahead.
go ahead, Tay.
Oh no, I was just gonna say they showed us they processed a rabbit live
yeah,
out there.
Hmm.
Yes,
yeah.
like yeah.
And he cut that
Did that
life
do
off.
something to your heart?
Yeah,
Yes, it did. It
Yeah, I
really
bet.
did. Cause
Yeah.
I've never ate a rabbit, so I wasn't ever thinking about eating a
yeah.
rabbit. I just think that's something cute and cuddly, and
Look, he
yeah.
he popped that rabbit neck like a soda pot, like a soda bottle. You know,
Oh my
it was
gosh.
like a little hook,
Yeah,
and he
it
did
was
like this.
crazy.
Pop! I was like, oh, that's it. He gone. And he holding them
Wow.
while he's shaking because everything twitches after.
Twitch, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you just let him. I'm like, oh my god, you were so cruel. And then he just cut off the neck, and he got it done and
Yeah.
simply. And that's the
Yeah.
same thing with the chicken. They showed us from start to finish how to where to cut them at exactly at the bottom of their jawline. That helps it. That makes it easier for you to just hit that right vein and bleed them on both sides so the blood comes out quicker.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
they're gonna shake and pop around. If you use those cones,
Hmm.
they work, but sometimes the chicken will shoot a last shot at you
Like
Oh
poop,
from the
gosh.
yeah.
backside.
Yeah,
So
the poop.
watch your head. You gotta bob and
So
weave like that.
just have somebody standing there with a bucket so they can catch it and put it over in the garden, basically.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna be like, somebody get back there. This is valuable. Get back
Yes,
there
ma'am.
and
Y'all better
catch
catch
it.
that. Get this off my shoulder. Here, put that in that bucket.
Yeah, because
Yes.
my husband has a friend that has like over 200 acres,
Yeah.
and
Oh
so
wow.
he is like whenever we want fertilizer, he's
Yep.
like, come on, he got
Yep.
chickens, he got the hogs, he got the
Yep.
cows, like he got pretty much anything you
Everything.
want out
Yep.
there.
Mm.
You can go ahead and get it, and then help your garden out, and
Yep.
it's a game changer. It's a game
Yes,
Yeah.
changer.
ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
so, how many chickens? I didn't ask you how many chickens do you all have right now?
Right now, I say we have about
20,
20. Yeah,
25.
and we're looking. Actually, next month is our month to invest in some more chickens so that we can process them for ourselves and put them in the freezer. So we're
Okay.
going to be doing uh quantities of like 30 every 2 months. We're hoping to start that up this year
Mm-hmm.
since we know more. And
Yeah.
oh, hopefully we can start us a chicken CSA. So
Yeah.
that's what the next goal
Nice.
is for the community,
Yeah.
is to start that up.
Yeah.
Tell
We
you gotta explain that. Explain that to the audience.
yeah, I've been doing a little. I was working with a young man for a little bit. One of the people that we did the YouTube page with, and he kind of showed me and around the how to handle and how to process and how to move your birds to make it work for you. So he
Mhm.
was doing them, like I say, he would get a set every 3 or 4 weeks. He'll have the babies bring those out. The next 4 weeks, he'll put another set in there so that every 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, he was rotating them out, killing those, bringing some new ones in, having some
Mm-hmm.
more babies in there. And they go to market. They have an online market that they go to, and they're busy, so they have to
Mm-hmm.
keep that process along with their layers. They have about 200 layers, Have
Mm,
some of them are soy free, some of them have soy. So I was learning the process of how to, like I say,
Mm.
work those chickens, what we feed them, what we need to do to, you know, get them to be as big as and healthy and have them on the right track. So yeah.
Right. And we want to offer a CSA where people can have different options. Like maybe they pay half up front, half at the end, and they could get their chicken. Or if people want to be on a monthly CSA plan, then we want to offer that too. So like we're still in the working stages of it, trying to figure it all out, figure out the numbers to where like it still makes sense
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't like break our customers, it doesn't break us, and we're putting in too much and not getting anything back.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're just trying to make sure we work out all of the kinks, but that's what we're trying to do this year. Hopefully have in place by like the summer,
Yeah.
something where we can offer like organic chicken, like
Mm-hmm.
free range
Free range
chicken,
chicken. Yeah,
because it tastes different, it
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 does.
tastes better, definitely.
It
yeah,
does. Yes.
yeah. One of the things that I noticed in even in buying um, different chickens, the free range chicken versus the highly processed one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I bought two of them because I just wanted to like test
Mm-hmm.
for myself, for the family, to see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, when you boil things, you get like
That
different
fat.
type of results
Mm-hmm.
depending on what type of chicken you have. So I had like the free range chicken in one side of the sink. I had the one that we were buying at the time in the other side, and I filled it with water and I just let them sit there for a while just to see
Mm-hmm.
what type of leftover whatever
Yeah.
was
Right.
going to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
And the one that we would normally buy had the sink so nasty.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was really gross. It was really gross and
yeah.
disgusting. And then the other one, I was like, wow, are you kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
and that's how I was able to tell, because normally I would be like, yeah, I don't know if there's really any
A
difference
difference. Yeah.
in
Right.
that, because it's in I got both of them from the grocery store.
Yeah.
But one I paid $2 and something for, and then the other I paid like $8 or
Yeah.
something like that. So
And it
I
was
wanted to
smaller.
see if there was a difference.
And it was
And
smaller.
yes, 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 yes. The natural chicken was smaller. And the other one, he was swole,
Swole.
he was puffed up a
But
little
that's
bit.
but that's the fat and stuff that's in there. Like
Mhm,
Yeah.
when we cut our chickens open after we did our first set, it was
They didn't
literally
mhm.
no
have a lot of
fat. They didn't
fat.
have a lot
Yeah.
of fat. They didn't have a lot of mucus pockets and little mucus slaps that you got to pull off all everywhere
Yeah.
like that. But they
Yeah.
were nice sized chickens. So yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, and they had been eating off of your
Off the
land.
land.
You're
Yep.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natural
Yeah.
land. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And so I know that your soil profile is kind of probably sandy.
Mm-hmm.
Sandy.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And so have you utilized, your chicken poo, your rabbit poo, your goat? You got a goat, right?
No, we don't
No,
have
no, it's
any
donkey.
goats.
You got the
Yeah.
donkey.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Donkey. So
And
are
we
you
use
using
all of
all of
it.
that? Okay,
Yes,
great,
ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
great,
Yes,
great,
ma'am.
great. And
We
so, do you find yourself? Are they pinned in, all of them?
The only thing that's like out, everything is contained like by the outside border, of course, but the only thing that's like out and can run around like where we are is our dogs and maybe like four chickens
yeah.
and
Okay,
our guineas. Everything else is put up.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
okay.
on enclosures. Yeah, and I always I kinda with our rabbit cage, I kinda like I said I do maintenance and I'm a MacGyver. So I took like window screening and
Hmm.
I ran it across higher along the bottom of the rabbit cage so that way when that pee and poop comes down, the poop
Hmm.
can be held and be able to dry up while the pee gets to running down through that. You know what I mean? And all I
Ah,
gotta do is come through and get a little scooper and scoop the poop from right there. It's already
Mm-hmm.
drying and doing what it's got to do, and it's not mixed in the piece so much. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's very smart. Very, very smart. Ingenuity. I
Yes,
like
ma'am.
it. I
Yes,
like it a
ma'am.
lot. I like it a lot. And so what's next? What's next? What animals are you bringing onto the homestead next? Other than I know you're bringing the meat birds in, but
Mhm.
anything else that you decided, that you want to bring in?
You want me to?
Only a few. Robbie, the animal
We
person.
we
Okay.
we gonna finish digging out our pond a little bit more. We want to get some more ducks and move them up in the front because our fox. We didn't. Oh, we have a fox too, but our fox our fox ate our ducks. But that was
Oh
before we
Lord.
got our Great Pyrenees, which are farm
The
dogs. Yeah,
livestock.
Yeah.
livestock guardian dogs. So we haven't had any problem with anything being missing since them. Donkeys are real good protectors too, but you
Okay.
have to have proper setup, like maybe electric fence around your chicken areas and stuff, because they like to rub up against stuff and they'll break down all your enclosures and stuff eventually because they scratch their backs on stuff like that. But
Uh-huh.
they keep everything out. The rest of the animals that we're getting though are, like I say, ducks. We plan on getting a couple of sheep again because we want to process those again. That was some really
Yeah,
good.
they taste really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it'll
I
really
bet.
surprise you. Make some ground sheep taste like hamburger meat.
Yeah.
Yep,
Wow.
yep. So and we wanted to get a tortoise.
Yes, but that'll be more for like our
Yeah.
agritourism part of
Okay.
the property, just so that people can see it. It's a low
Mhm.
maintenance animal. It's not something that we have to be so hands on with.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Robbie, you said something about digging out a pond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, our Great Pyrenees started digging it for us. And then it just happened to be a big eyesore, so I just kept digging, and every time when it rains it fills up a nice little pond, and our water table is really low, so it's gonna really high. So when we're gonna hit water really soon, so we was just gonna dig it out a little bit further so we make sure that it's has the water constantly in there and not gonna dry up, and maybe make a little catfish pond that our ducks can also
Be
be in
in,
and be
yeah.
around, and we also can have some food for ourselves from the catfish being in the farm.
Okay. Okay. And so you said that the Great Pyrenees is like he's like the glue. Do you just have one of them?
Two of them, a
We
girl
got
and a
Two.
boy.
two. Hmm.
Two. Okay. Oh, so
Ace
you're
and
gonna have
Buddy.
puppies.
That we
We hope she got attitude problems
And
though.
she got an attitude.
She do. She definitely does, and I don't think she trying to have babies.
mm, she been on her independent woman thing, trying to get her
Right.
career together. She got so much.
Wow.
She ain't got time for babies right now. That's all I'm saying. She got a
Tell her to
career to
cut
take
that
care of.
out. Cut it out. And let that man take care of her.
Let that man take care of you, girl.
She ain't with it.
We want puppies. That's why I'm like,
Yes,
Right.
okay,
yes,
yay.
ma'am.
Because
Yeah.
we need some of those.
Yes, ma'am.
I think they are just absolutely
Yes, ma'am.
beautiful dogs. And
Yes, ma'am.
they're so big, like that's what you need. That's what
Yes,
you need
Yeah.
to
ma'am.
like
They
really
big old cuddly
protect her.
bears, and they're family dogs. They're meant
Right.
to be raised by not one person but a family. So
Yeah.
families are good for them. People, two, three people. Somebody they have people to miss and to love. So that's what they want.
Hmm.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
okay. Well, listen, let me know if she start,
If she start acting
cooperating.
right, I
She
think she
start
like my
acting right.
mutts.
Let me know because I'm serious. Like we need we need some puppies.
Look, I think she like my mutts. So
Tell
I'm gonna
her,
try to keep him away and lock him up somewhere because I ain't.
tell her no, ma'am. Tell her that one don't have no job.
Yep.
Right.
Like he
Don't
out there in them streets.
don't do my
Like
little black. Don't do my black dog like that.
tell we no, we're not doing this.
No,
We're not
no,
doing
we're
this.
not doing that.
We need her to act right with her man because that's her man.
That's
We
her
need
man.
her
Right.
to act right.
Yeah.
Stop being out there in them streets trying
Stop
to get
being
it.
out there in the streets trying to get that outside. Yes, ma'am. We're gonna leave it. Bring that back in.
You
I
are
don't know why she want
tripping.
the one with no job. Why you want him? Yeah, he cute. Why you want him though? He is not fixing to benefit your
Yeah, he
life.
cute. What you say? Yeah,
He ain't about to be around there taking care of them
nope,
babies.
nope,
Nope.
nothing, nope.
Mm-mm.
Oh, he definitely ain't. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Not that brother.
That is hilarious.
Yes, well.
That is hilarious. So tell people where they can find you.
Yes, you can find us right here on YouTube at
Mhm.
Dickinson Adventures. We also have a website, d-adventures.com. We're also on Instagram, Dickinson Farm Lodge over there, though. Yeah.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
trying to post, y'all.
Yeah, we trying to post the posts.
It's
We
hard.
getting
It's
there.
hard to post. We supposed to post. You're supposed to post, but it's hard. And we move and
Yeah,
we
but
do
we're
so much.
definitely on a better schedule
Yes,
now
ma'am. We
with
just
Robbie working and stuff. May not be able to see both of us all the time in all the videos in order for us to post like we really need to. It may just be me, may just be Robbie, but we still here together.
yeah. We're not
Yeah,
separated.
I
It's not.
love that.
Yes.
I love that. Let's go to these comments and see what some of the audience is saying. Hey, Veggie Farm Garden. Hey, Dan, Permaculture Food Forest. Angel Loves Garden. Rambo Green Hands. Hello, how are you? Hi, Miss Native Cherokee. All of these people came here to see you all today. They said, God bless you. Rambo Green Hands said, God bless you, Dickinson Adventures. Hello to
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
African
Thank
Dream.
you.
you.
Hello there. How are you? Good to see you. Cool Weather Farmer says, I have a window unit air conditioner. What generator do you recommend for it?
550, at least 5,000 watts or better, just to make
Yeah.
sure you're pumping out what you need. Because I had a little generator running on it, but the people said it must have been God running it because that little generator wasn't supposed to run it. So like at least, yeah,
5,000
but at least
watts. Yeah.
5,000 watts. Most of them like
And
5,500 watts.
what is it? Briggs and
Yeah,
Stratton? Is
we
that the
and
name
we
brand we got?
yeah we have Briggs and Stratton. That was the
Okay.
name brand that we um decided to go with. They have a lot of good ones. You can go online, YouTube. I mean not YouTube, but
Uh-huh.
Facebook Market and find them. If you need them new, Harbor Freight
Okay.
is a good place to
Yeah.
find generators for.
Yeah. With a warranty
Yeah,
and
with
all that good
right.
stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, the
Or
Briggs and Stratton is a good brand. They've been around for a very long time. We've owned several things with Briggs and Stratton over the years. So yeah, that's a good brand. Hey there, Tasha.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Carbon
Yes,
Q.
ma'am.
Hello, how are you doing?
And when you get those
So
things, make sure you know how to do maintenance.
do maintenance. That you know what?
I was saying when you
That's
get
one
out
of the
to the
things.
country, you got to learn how to do the maintenance on those things.
That's one of the things that's really super important. And I was telling my husband the other day, I was like, we're gonna have to do a whole lot of stuff ourselves. And thank goodness he is very, very handy. So he can fix just about anything. I
That's
ain't never
good.
seen nothing with him. Like he gonna get
Yes.
in there
Yes.
and he is going to figure it out. So,
Yes, ma'am.
but I
Quick,
wanted
a quick
to.
little. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was saying a quick little story about learning that stuff is our car was down for almost a month working on mechanics, playing around and not getting stuff together, and I literally had to change out our alternator, which I've never done before. She made sure that I was, lined it up right, and did everything back together. But yeah, so and they'll let you know you have to learn how to do that stuff while you're out in the country because time moves differently in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, and
ma'am.
I absolutely love it. Absolutely love
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
So, I'm gonna have you guys back again in the future if you all are
Yes,
okay with that. But I
Yes.
want to just thank you so much for coming in and for sharing with my audience. I saw people saying that they've subscribed to you, and
Thank
so
you.
be
Thank
looking. Make
you.
sure you tell them when you go over there. Tell them, say, "Hey, Dickinson
Gigi.
came over from Gigi.
Gigi,
Let them know
Yes.
sis,
where you
yes.
came
Yes.
from."
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. Let them
Thank
know
you
where
so
you come
much.
from.
Thank you.
Who you with?
Yes, 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 yes. But I really appreciate you guys. And I'm going to see you on the flip side. So
Yes,
take care of
ma'am.
each other. Take care of your wonderful kids and your animals.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
remember, family, when you grow it, you know it. Keep on growing, guys. Take care.
Yes, ma'am.
Peace,
Take
family.
care.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Bye bye,
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.